When Bollywood actor Vivek Oberoi stepped into the real estate sector, the move was projected as a socially driven initiative aimed at providing affordable housing to India's middle and lower middle-class families. Backed by celebrity influence and aspirational messaging, the projects promised dignity, security, and a better future. However, what followed for thousands of buyers was not hope, but prolonged distress, financial loss, and unanswered questions. The controversy centers around Karrm Infrastructure, Bdlत, a real estate company associated with Vivek Oberoi that launched multiple housing projects across Maharashtra. These developments were marketed as budget-friendly residential communities with modern amenities, designed especially for first-time home buyers. Many investors, trusting the credibility attached to a well-known public figure, committed their life savings or took long-term loans to secure what they believed would be permanent homes. A trail of broken promises. Buyers allege that despite making substantial payments, construction on many projects barely progressed beyond basic groundwork. What were meant to be thriving residential complexes instead became deserted plots and half-built structures. Years passed with no clear timelines, no possession, and little transparency from the developers. Numerous families claim they were repeatedly reassured that construction would resume, only to be met with silence or vague explanations. For many, the emotional toll was compounded by continued EMI payments on homes that existed only on paper. In some cases, buyers alleged that loans were taken without proper authorization, severely impacting their credit histories and financial stability. Serious allegations and legal scrutiny. As complaints mounted, authorities began investigating the financial dealings behind these projects. Enforcement agencies reportedly identified large-scale diversion of funds, alleging that hundreds of crores collected from home buyers were not used for construction. Instead, the money was allegedly siphoned off through complex financial arrangements, leaving projects stalled and buyers helpless. The matter escalated further when courts criticized the handling of the investigation, highlighting the magnitude of the alleged fraud and the suffering endured by thousands of affected families. Assets linked to the developers were provisionally attached, and cases were transferred to specialized economic offense units to ensure a deeper probe. Despite these actions, meaningful relief for buyers has remained slow and uncertain. Many continue to fight prolonged legal battles, while others have resigned themselves to financial losses they may never recover. Public anger and reputation damage. Online forums and social platforms have become outlets for buyer frustration. Posts detail stories of families who invested everything they had, only to be left without homes or refunds. The anger is not just directed at the company, but also at the celebrity whose association helped build trust in the venture. Critics argue that even if operational decisions were handled by business partners, the use of a celebrity's name and image carries moral and ethical responsibility. Buyers insist that they would never have invested had the projects not been fronted by a well-known actor presenting himself as a socially responsible entrepreneur. A question of accountability. Supporters of Vivek Oberoi maintain that he was not involved in day-to-day management and should not be solely blamed for the company's failures. However, documents and public statements show that he was a promoter associated with the venture. For victims, this distinction offers little comfort. To them, the face of the project is inseparable from the losses they suffered. The case has reignited debate over celebrity accountability in business ventures. When public figures leverage their fame to promote investments, The consequences of failure extend far beyond balance sheets. They directly affect ordinary lives. An unfinished chapter. Years later, thousands of families are still waiting for homes, refunds, or justice. What began as a promise of affordable housing has become a stark reminder of how unchecked ambition, poor oversight, and misplaced trust can devastate lives. Until accountability is clearly established and victims are made whole, this episode will remain a troubling example of how celebrity-backed ventures can leave lasting damage when responsibility is denied and transparency is absent.